morning. It is January 7th, and today gives me, the scene in A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson and the whole "you can't handle the truth" thing. That is definitely what I'm seeing today. We have Mars at 29 degrees of Cancer. It is retrograde. The last time that it was here was beginning of November, and remember, it made that opposition to Pluto at 29 Capricorn at that time. You probably set some boundaries with somebody, had some power struggles with somebody at that time that you really were trying to just do it the right way and just, I'm going to do my thing and leave me alone type of energy. You might see that resurfacing again today, and actually yesterday maybe even as well. But today the moon is going to hit 29 degrees of Aries, and we have Mercury at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. And what this is that's an inconjunct between Mars and Mercury, where we've got that frustration and anger and all of that, and emotional frustration and anger at that. Creating a situation where you shift how you're communicating, you shift how you're thinking. And in Sagittarius, that's very truth-based. That's expanding knowledge, right? So this is why I'm in that space of you can't handle the truth, because chances are pretty good when we see that square from the moon to Mars and the moon and the trine from the moon to Sagittarius, that's just created, that's a conflict that just opens the door up for that truth to just spill out, and most likely in a very angry manner, okay? So we've really got to make sure that we're focusing on ourselves today. That's probably what we're going to see out in the world around us. For our individual basis, we just got to understand we've already been here. We've already set these boundaries. And if other people can't stand us having boundaries, that is their problem, not ours. And if you got to cut them out of your life, you got to cut them out of your life. You got to just walk away, whatever you got to do to not let this blow up, especially if you have prominent Cancer placements or have people close to you that have prominent Cancer placements. Tread lightly, because we are very feisty right now, and it's been a rough go for those of us with Cancer placements lately. So we're kind of reaching our wits' end, and we just need to do our best to reel it in and stay not necessarily calm. I'm not saying you have to be super friendly, and you don't have to be friendly about it. You can really just say, you know what, forget it, and hang up the phone or walk away, whatever you got to do. Just say, I'm not going to do this today, okay? Then the moon will move into Taurus, which is going to bring that warm and fuzzies. The moon is exalted in Taurus. It loves being there. It's comfortable. It's more balanced. It's more grounded, right? But it's going to make a square with Pluto in Aquarius. So that's these really intense changes that we're seeing in the collective, and this kind of destructive energy that we're seeing out in the world around us is in a conflict with the moon wanting to just chill, right? And of course that's going to put our subconscious and emotional state in alignment with Venus, also exalted in Pisces. So we're really going to be tempted to just fall into la la land basically, just because it's a little bit of a hard day this afternoon and into this evening. And take care of yourself. Make sure your boundaries are strong, and just make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on. Again, you should not have to repeat your boundaries multiple times. People need to be respectful. People need to learn how to talk to each other. They need to learn how to treat each other. They need to learn how to be respectful of each other. And the only way that people will learn that is if they are held accountable for not being that way, okay? So I have the spiciest mouth of all time, okay? When people walk all over my boundaries, I generally have zero issue putting them in their place when they do it. But honestly, at this point, you've probably already said it multiple times. You shouldn't have to say anything anymore. So if you got to walk away, walk away. So energy of the day, 7 of Pentacles, weeding your garden, getting rid of the things that are keeping you from continuing to grow. These conflicts of the day are going to show us where we need to do that. What we're focusing on is that 6 of Swords, moving on, letting go, just find your own peace. Take care of your mental state. Other people's lack of understanding boundaries is not your problem. It needs to be their problem. Let them deal with it, okay? You shouldn't have to struggle because other people can't understand how to be decent human beings. But what we are avoiding is that Nine of Swords. Not, we don't want to create this like nightmare kind of energy. Again, if you got those prominent Cancer placements or even prominent Mars placements as well, especially if you're an Aries rising, don't do anything that's going to lead to a felony, okay? It's just try to avoid getting into these like really feisty situations, these very high anxiety situations, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. So this is because of like holding on to things, like it's just all building up and building up. If you've ever seen a Cancer hit their breaking point, it is not pretty. We like pointy things when that happens. It's like we snap, and like I think Cancer is probably one of the worst signs about like anger blackouts. Right? It just snaps, okay? And that's kind of a lot of the reason why is because we keep it to ourselves for so long. We're always trying to be nice. We're always trying to, motherly and, ooh, I can help you. I can fix them kind of energy. And then eventually after somebody's walked all over our boundaries 1,000 times, we just, boom, snap, and those crab pinchers come out, right? So really make sure that you're acknowledging that today. Make sure that you're acknowledging where you've been keeping things to yourself too much. You can try to talk about it, try to have the conversation, but if they're not listening, just walk away. Don't even argue anymore. It's not worth your time. It's better to just cut them off than it is to, like I said, commit a felony. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers for that Seven of Pentacles. Clarifiers for the Seven of Pentacles, please. Oh, I got a whole handful. What do we got? We got Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and Three of Cups. This tells me that whatever you've been working on, you need to work on that. That is yours. Don't allow other people to keep you from doing that. That's yours to celebrate. Don't let other people steal that from you. That is your work, your joy, the thing that keeps you going. That is not somebody else's to walk all over, okay? And following those dreams and putting in the work for those dreams and learning how to celebrate the little wins here and there, that's going to attract the people that are for you, the people that will celebrate you with you, So really allow that energy to flow today. And pay attention to what is shown to you throughout the day about who's keeping you from moving forward, who's holding back the work that you've put in, who is not celebrating with you as you have little wins. Okay, let's pull clarifiers for Six of Swords. Ooh, I needed to hear that one. Sometimes as I'm doing a reading, something pops out of my mouth and makes me realize I needed to hear that one too. Okay. The Chariot and the Devil. It's actually very similar to what I got. So the Chariot and the Devil on the Six of Swords. Move away from the people that are trying to control you. Move away from the people that are trying to pull your strings, the situations that are trying to pull your strings. The places where you are feeling stuck, the places where you are feeling like you're never going to get anywhere, right? It's time to make that move. It is time to just break free from whatever chains it is that are holding you back, okay? Clarifiers for the Nine of Swords. Why are we avoiding the Nine of Swords? Oh, we got a Ten of Swords. And the Fool. Oh, Lord. Like I said, don't commit a felony. Especially Cancer people, okay? Put the pointy things down, okay? But honestly, it is better to just say, screw it, I'm ending this, we're done, than it is to continue to fight somebody who is intent on not hearing you or not understanding you. There are some people out there that are going to argue with you just for the sake of arguing. There are some people out there that are never going to hear you. They hear you, they just don't care to understand you, okay? And we've got to stop spending so much time trying to get those people to hear us and understand us. Even if they do understand us, they'll never admit to it until they're only happy if they're getting what they want out of you, okay? So If you cannot have open, honest conversations with somebody and have a good discourse, then they ain't worth your time, and it's time to move on. That behavior needs to be left in the past. We have to start being better with others. We have to start being more respectful of others and their boundaries, and start acting like the grown-ass adults we are and having real, honest conversations with people, okay? Bottom of the deck is Three of Wands. So this is all about something coming in. There are things coming in for you that other people are not celebrating with you. Other people are trying to hold you back from it. They're trying to tear you down from it. And if that is the case, they got to go, okay? You don't need to fit in anybody else's box. Just keep that in mind as you go through the day.